Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Our respected moderator, Mr. Chid Iyer, and my dear other senior experts here, my dear delegates. We have been hearing about the patents, IP, and everything. But here I want to tell you very clearly one thing. There's nothing called world patent or global patent so far. Yesterday, of course, one of the experts from EPO, he was telling they are trying to have a unitary patent system and then unitary patent court. It's yet to start. But yet, we have a facility to file application in your home country, then switch over to what is called patent in the respective country, the patent office of the each individual countries. Here again, we have to just see in the global market the IPR prevalence or the dominance, whatever it is, whatever you feel, is at the very mediocre level. It has got to become more orderly, more productive-oriented, production-oriented, beneficial to the applicant and the scientific community. It has got to become, and for that you have to have a IPR strategy, well planned, integrated with your business plans, and the enforcement of the IPR law, of course, is very good in developed countries like USA and UK and other European countries. But when you see in India, you will find the patentee takes the patent and then, like the doctor and the other people, they have a certificate photographed. In a photo frame, they hang it there. Like that, they just keep a certificate, that's all. They even forget to renew the patent. That is what is happening. So you have to have the well-planned strategy, IPR strategy, integrated with your business activities of the company, and we should have an enforcement of IPR law also in a very better manner. If you see the global patent, what Dr. Agarwal has told me, in that, the patent, when you want to have, you first take a patent application in your home country. Within a certain period, you can file the application for a patent in the respective countries there. The time limit is there, very clearly, just have a look. There is a provision in Indian patent law, you are a citizen of India and or your application is filed in India, then within a certain period of 6 weeks from the date of filing, if you have to file it, you have to take a permission and then file in the respective foreign countries. Otherwise, you can wait for 6 weeks. Thereafter, you're free to file in other countries. But again, you have to bear in mind the patent granted is territorial. The patent granted by the Indian government, Indian IPO, it is valid only within the 4 corners of Indian country. It is not even valid in the border areas like this, Nepal, Singapore, Sri Lanka or Bangladesh or Pakistan. You want a patent right in United States, you have to file separately. Want a patent right in Australia, you have to file separately. All these things. To secure patent rights in countries other than the home country, the company must apply for the same and get patent protection in each particular country, which we already seen. But there is a requirement, so long you file, you keep it secret, no problem. You file, at least you should not have made it public, open to the public knowledge. And you can either file through this convention system, that is Section 135 of the Patent Act. Being a member of the convention countries, you can file application in India and then file in any other convention countries that is given in the list. Even USA is one of the convention country now. Within 1 year you can file. Or you can choose this PCT, Patent Cooperation Treaty system, and then file in the respective date and get the priority date as a valid filing date. But all these things, please bear in mind, subject to the provisions of Section 39 of the Act. In a PCT application, you have time limit up to 1 year from the date of this filing in international application in India. After filing considering the different countries you want to file or want to take a protection, you have to have the evaluation of the cost involved in filing the application for invention, which you want to have a protection in different countries. These costs can be significant depending on the factors such as filing fees and the translation fees that are necessary in any country which is not prosecuting the application in English. The company must perform a cost-benefit analysis to determine what and where patent filings are justified. For example, the cost estimates include the filing cost in the basic application in the home country. So you have to have this application, the other fees involved in the prosecution type, prosecution manner, that is attorney cost and other thing which you have to bear in mind and then think for that filing strategy. There's another thing which you have to think before you make the applications, that is, in which countries you are going to manufacture or sell, and which countries will the other companies, your competitors, they are likely to manufacture or sell and be a competitor to you, so that you have to compete there in the world market. Otherwise, one other thing which you have to bear in mind is in which countries will the enforcement of the patent rights be cost effective and practical to your position. Please note that the company's situation may vary from country to country. The law may vary from country to country, each and everything. Once you finalize these basic requirements, there are further factors to be looked into. What are the factors which you have to decide, pre-decide everything? The first one is time limit. A patent application, directly you can file it in the patent office where a protection is desired. That is, if it is a convention application from the date of filing in India, within 1 year. If it is a PCT application, PCT route, you can file the international patent application, PCT application in your home country, file within 1 year period, get that priority date. Or you want to file ordinary application in any other country. For example, software invention. India will not grant a patent for a software. So naam ke vaas you can even file an application. It will be rejected. But wait for that 6 weeks, then you can file outside India. But if you file directly, being an Indian citizen or being an Indian company, later on it has come to the knowledge of the patent office, a penal action will be taken against the applicant. So you have to be very careful about that Section 39 provision, which we have already seen, this convention application, which you can file under Section 135, that is also put it already. Another advantage of PCT application is you file the application in India, then file a corresponding application there in other thing. For that, you have a time limit of 31 months or 30 months, depending on the country which you are going to file there. National phase application. That you can do so mainly to assess the commercial potential of those markets and differing costs of national or regional patent filings. You also have another facility. You may do so. You are not certain about the countries in which you want to take the patent protection. That is still not decided, and you want to take some time to finalize that. in that case also you can use this PCT route. Or you want to assess the results of the Indian Patent Office prosecution examination status, the report from the Indian Patent Office examination report, whether it is novelty objection is there, obviousness, inventive step of objection is there, all these things. Then you can decide, and then if it's not objected to, no serious technical objections, you can file outside India and then get the benefit there. The company wants to assess the commercial viability. That's another thing which you have to bear in mind when you want to take a patent right. Commercial viability of the invention in India before filing in several countries. See, that's another example which I want to say, quote here. An application was filed in India. I was the examiner of patents at that time. Recording head, playing head for a tape recorder. Normally you find only two sides, two tracks, A track and B track, maybe for 30 minutes or 60 minutes or 90 minutes. He came out with an invention, there is a new invention, multiple tracks. So 6 playing heads, 6 recording heads were there. So A, B, C, D, E, F. So he made an application, it is a new invention, we granted the patent. He has not done the commercial viability, market demand for that. Finally, I think he could not get the full fruit of the invention, the patent right. Similarly, a patentee filed an application, UK Patent Office, for an invention relating to anti-theft device for motor cars. That is, you park it somewhere and somebody wants to take the car out without your knowledge. For that, he has come out with an invention. But later date, he found out there was not even a single taker for his invention, purchase, or he has not got the market demand for that. Then what he did is he sold the patent right to the UK British police. They made a market survey, research and everything. Finally, they renamed it as a wheel locking device. And they had the full millions and millions of pound sterling return on that patent right. So you have to assess always the commercial viability of the invention in India as well as abroad when you file in several countries there. Another last thing which I want to say here, patent applications likely to be filed abroad should be well drafted using clear, concise, and preferably in simple language to reduce the translation problems even. UK, USA, Australia, Canada, not a problem. Other countries' patent offices, you will have problem regarding translation. For Japan, Korea, these countries, even German patent office, Austrian, all these things. You can even see that also will give you a problem, number of communication problem between the foreign patent office or the foreign patent attorney, and it can adversely affect the scope of the patent protection in a foreign country. If you are not properly drafted, it's not clear in sync, it may not be interpreted properly. Additionally, when it is known in advance that a patent application you are going to file in any particular foreign country, you can send it a set of claims, everything to your patent attorney here, and he will give it to the counterpart there, and then they will have a clear idea what is the thing, and then they will write the claims, redraft the claims according to the law required there, the terms and conditions required. They can file it. I have given the example there. For example, claims of a European patent application should focus on solving a technical problem in a non-obvious way, and the claims of the Japanese patent application should focus on software implementation of functions that were not previously performed by hardware. So all these things you have to bear in mind. First, plan everything, then file. These will help you in the term of your IP valuation, how best you're going to get the patent right and the market facility and then marketing rights and everything. And finally, I thank you for the patient hearing. Last one word I want to give you as a piece of advice from the Brihadaranya Upanishad. Udyamena hi siddhyanti karyani na manoradehai. Nahi subdasya simmasya privisanti mukhe mrigaha. The meaning is, you have to work hard when you want to get the full fruit of it. Even the lion which is sitting in the forest, it doesn't get its prey unless he hunts for it. So you know, you have to pre-plan, chalk out a IPR strategy, file according to the terms and conditions or the provisions of law, and you will be the successor. I mean, you will be a succeeding person or a successful person and get the full right, the fruits of the invention, and you will enjoy the full status there as a patentee. Thank you very much.